Good morning, YouTube family, and welcome back for the third week update on my 75 hard challenge. You guys might be wondering, what is all this crap behind me? I will get to that in a second. The first thing I want to go over real quick with you guys is my schedule for today, and then I will start talking about that. And then later on in the video, I will talk more about my reflection on how the past week been compared to the other 2 weeks and pretty much how it's been up until now. But first things first, I want to start off with today and my schedule. So I woke up around 9:15 a.m. I just got out the shower, got done getting ready. It's about 9:45 a.m. right now. So that was my goal, is to wake up at around 9 a.m. The first thing I'm going to do today is head over to Harbor Freight, because with all this mess, I need to get a handsaw and maybe a nail gun, and then I might need a chop saw for metal for whenever I got some glass jobs coming up, because I do have one where I'll need to make some cuts. So I'm gonna look for some tools at Harbor Freight there. I'm gonna go from there straight to the gym. I'll show you guys the pump after that. That'll probably be the next clip you guys see after this one, is me working out. And then after that, I'm gonna go to the coffee shop right up the road, Starbucks, and read some of this book I'm reading. And around after that time, I'll put the camera back up and start reflecting on the book I've been reading, and a new book that I've started, give you some information and things that I've learned from both of those. And then after I do the gym and read, I'll be coming back here. I will be finishing up this project right here again, which I will tell you guys in a second what it is. And then after that, I will set up the camera and do a little time lapse and be cleaning my room, because my desk area is really cluttered. Obviously, I got stuff all over my room, and then my closet and bathroom have stuff everywhere. It's not horrible, but I'll just go ahead and get it all taken care of at the beginning of the week, because I will have some other stuff to finish up with that, and I pretty much want my room to be all finished by the time I'm done, finished and clean, I should say, by the time I'm done with today, except for a few touch-ups on this and then some other things. And then obviously, I have to make this YouTube video and things like that, which I have on my to-do list, and edit it as well. So yeah, that's what I got for today. Let me go ahead and show you guys the project that I'm working on in my room real quick. So let me flip the camera. So obviously my bed isn't made right now, but I need to make my bed. But one thing that I have been working on this week is putting up these pallets right here on the front of my bed frame, because I really like the way those look. And then I've been building this bar. My buddy is a framer, and he helped me frame it. Shout out to my boy Ethan. So pretty much what you do is you come around here, and yeah, I've just been kind of putting these little pieces of wood like that on the front right here, and then these aren't even put in yet, because I'm still debating on how I want to do the countertops, but I obviously need to close that up. And I'll show you guys this project whenever I'm done working on it, after the gym and reading, whenever I'm finished up this, and right before I start cleaning. So this should all be put together today. It'll obviously go back to the wall. All the front will be covered up. And then what I want to do there is make it into a bar area, obviously, but I actually want to make it into a coffee bar area, so I can stop drinking pre-workout and also add a routine into drinking coffee, so I can wake up, get my coffee before any jobs, or I can wake up, grab a coffee before the gym, however I like to do it. And then what I want to do, sorry, the camera's really not tight on my tripod right now. That didn't sound good. But the video, I accidentally ended it, but then I want to put like either a little like love seat right here, or two separate chairs with a coffee table in the middle, and then put like a little overhead lamp on top, so I can play chess and or drink my coffee or lounge there. And then I'm gonna put some booth chairs here, so if I ever have people over, you know, we can kind of all just hang out. It seems kind of cluttered in my room, so I'll see how I like the vibe. I also will be like making the lighting a little lower, because you know I have this big old light. That's the studio stuff I was telling you, it's all messy and stuff. But yeah, I also like this from this angle. People from the booth can see the TV, and then right here, people will be able to see the TV as well. And so yeah, That was kind of a lot of stuff that doesn't really matter to you guys, but goddamn. But I figured I'd just show you guys, but goddamn, my camera is just all over the place today. Anyways, that's what the room looks like and stuff, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab my tools. Alrighty guys, well, you might be wondering what all this is. Well, I went over to Home Bargain Outlet first because it's in the same plaza as Harbor Freight, and I was able to get this little chair set, which is exactly what I was looking for my room. So for one area, so I got that, and then I got a heater because I was able to get them both. This was 150 bucks. The heater was $70, so that would have made it 220. I asked them if they could do 200 even, and then when I went to check out, it was 178 bucks for both of these, which is a steal. This is a wood grain heater, so it looks cool as hell. And then this is a nice, really comfy wooden outdoor set with the cushions. But I'm gonna put it in my room, and I'm gonna use it for chess, where I play chess. And then I went ahead and got a saw. I didn't get a nail gun because I can just use a hammer and nails. And you know, it wasn't worth it because it's like you gotta get the tool, then you gotta get the battery and the nails, and it's like, you're spending 160 bucks. It's like, okay, it's a little work hammering it in, but I'll do it for 160 bucks because I'm not doing that often. I tell you what I won't do for 60 bucks is fucking hand saw, because that shit be hurting your arm, and you can literally just do it so quick, obviously with electric. And I got a really cheap one with a replacement warranty because it's like, it's just for home. If this was for my business stuff, I'd actually obviously spend the money for some higher quality stuff. Anyway, so I got all this stuff. I forgot to eat breakfast this morning, so I'm gonna stop back at the house, eat some yogurt, granola, maybe some fruits, and then head over to the gym and show you guys the pump. And then obviously say read after that, like I was saying. And there was one thing I was gonna say. I forgot, but if it comes to me later, I'll bring it up to you guys. But until then, I will see you guys at the gym next.
Baby, when they slay ya, I'm so player. I made something, she got them layers. I got zero toleration for a traitor. Little baby, I'm the richest in the club. Yeah, my pockets dumb as fuck. What the fuck? Nigga thought he was one of us. Shut the fuck up before I get you touched. These give me diamonds on me. Can't get a little gang or she gon' come up out them scrubs. Diamonds speaking to that bitch like, bitch.
My fault, y'all. I had to get lit before the gym, you know what I'm saying? That song is called Yes Sir by Summers. But I think on these weekly updates, I'm gonna also start doing a new little segment included in the daily vlog throughout the day, whatever. Cause like I'm kind of dividing it up where, like, you know, I wake up, I'll talk to you guys, whatever, go to the gym, reflect on the book, and then kind of do a reflection at the night time. And excuse me. So that's kind of what my plan is. That's kind of like, I'm gonna add this into it where it's pre-gym, where I scoop and get lit to some music, whatever, even for a few seconds, just to add it in the video, because I think you guys will kind of enjoy that. But let me know in the comments what kind of music you guys like listening to. I'm a huge rap fan. I've gone to a ton of concerts and shit. Playboy Carti, Ken Carson, Destroy, a lot of the new rappers, new underground rappers, if you'd still call them that. But I also love Deftones. I like Suicide Boys. I like Frank Ocean, Brent, Kanye, Taylor Swift, Demi Lovato, all the classics. Like my range goes everywhere. So let me know what you guys like in the comments. We got the Mother Bucker Pre here, 400 milligrams of caffeine for this phenomenal chest day we have coming up. Get the week started off right for Monday. I put him in pocket. My main girl to stop it. She saw me up in the picture. I thought they cropped it. My God. Lil Uzi, man. This is probably honestly my favorite artist of all time. I went to his concert in Cincinnati. I've been listening to him since music like this came out. Obviously, EXO Tour Life. I put him in pocket. My main girl to stop it. She saw me up in the picture. I thought they cropped it. My God. Lil Uzi, man. This is probably honestly my favorite artist of all time. I went to his concert in Cincinnati. I've been listening to him since music like this came out. Obviously, EXO Tour Life. He is just when I really think about his music, I think about the way I've grown over the years and how there's so many artists I've listened to that, you know, you grow in and out of. You overplay some, you underplay others, you figure out later on how good they are, blah, blah, blah. But one of the artists that I can say I've been listening to the longest, that I've always been like, I love this music, is Lil Uzi Vert. Since I first heard his music up until now, I always love his music the same way like I did. And I like to compare it like Drake. Like, I've known Drake forever, but I never got really into Drake. And Drake may have been before my time for me to like really dive deep into like his discovery of music, you know. It was later on that I started doing that. When I was young, I kind of just knew the classics by him. And so I could go as far as to say like other artists too, like even Playboi Carti and other artists. Like, obviously some people argue Carti's better, and that's perfectly fine. I agree with that. But for me, it's just been, like I said, since day one up until now, I've loved his music. And his concert was the best concert I've ever been to. Now, granted, that could be because it was my favorite artist, but I was literally having the best time with my friends. I knew all the words, dancing, mosh pitting in the mosh pits. But you guys might not know who any of these people are, just some rap artists. You guys might not like them because it's kind of the new age rap stuff. I don't know what my audience on here really listens to, so let me know in the comments. I'm very versatile, so I'd like to know what you guys are listening to and throw it on, and maybe you guys might know my next favorite song. Big ass boots and some flip stops. 2 Glocks, 30 shots, rapping like a gift shop. Fuck your baby mama, grab her son and do it TikTok. They don't call that half school. Love his bitch hot. Worse than the hoes ass. Boy, how you dick hot? When it rain, it poles. Dunking on a drip drop. Running for the stove for a pop. I'm trying to sip. Running in the stove for a pop. I'm trying to sip. Nah, I be listening to hella shit that just lit. You know what I'm saying? Get the vibes right for the gym. Hey, what'd he say? Pull up when they dropping 90 from the right angle. Let your wife dangle, tripping off the shrooms like why my eyes create a triangle. Bitch, shouldn't save a hoe, I'm a bad guy. If we catch him stealing, burn his body while his hands tied. Go between the franchise. Deep in my bag, I'm looking like I'm trying to grab fries. Bitch, where's the friends? Where the bitch? Where's the tans? Need a script, where's the mans? Baby, where's the bed? When I'm around the hoes, my favorite question. Always where's the head? Can't go in public no more. I ain't got nowhere to spend. I'm staying out the way, so we ain't got nowhere to bend. She just put it on the floor. Ain't getting low where to end. Acting like he on the run, he just going nowhere again. Arguing with my hoe late at night. Knowing where I've been. My fault, y'all barely know the lyrics. But one thing I also want to say earlier that I forgot that I was gonna say is I forgot to take my vitamins, but I went ahead and did all that earlier as well too. And damn, dude, the weather's been great, so I've been outside, but dude, it's snowing today. So I've just been working on this home project and stuff with the bar. And there was something I was gonna say again, but I forgot it. But some other stuff I did want to talk about though is with the book I've been reading. It's a self-improvement book, and the reason why I switched books is because my buddy, one of my childhood friends who I reconnected with, so grateful because he's so smart. He's always been smart, and I honestly wish we never fell out, but it's just like I got very distracted growing up as a kid with hanging around different people and wanting to be popular and all that shit. It was stupid. Me and him never had any problems. We just kind of drifted away, but I reconnected with him. He helped me frame the bar, and he also recommended me this book that has me, it's called Pulp. And if you guys are interested, go check it out. It is so good. It's so funny, and it keeps me entertained. And I've never been able to imagine a scenario while reading like I have with this book. And it really just reminds me that if you guys are having trouble reading, first of all, be disciplined enough to continue reading, but just keep an open perspective onto what you might not like. You might not think you don't like something, and you read it and you like it, you know. And I started reading this because I thought I like philosophical books and things that teach me things, but then I'm reading this like comedy about this detective and stuff, and it's been a great book so far. So anyways, I'm gonna wrap up this pre-sesh jam out and talk whatever, and then I will show you guys the pump whenever I'm done with chest, shoulders, and triceps. Decided to keep the pump cover on the whole time. Kind of upset because I wanted to flex, but I guess we'll see it now. Oh yeah. None of this is color graded and I can still see all the definition in F-Log if you guys know what that is, but yeah. Feeling good, feeling bigger for sure. Catch you guys later. Alrighty guys, well, sorry if you hear the fan back there, but I am in my basement now. And what I'm gonna do currently is take off these. These really small, so like the framing of this is really small, so if you didn't, I guess I didn't put the weight right where it needed to be, and it tipped over. But hey, you make mistakes. So those are going to be my countertops, but what I want to actually start on first is start doing this sidewall right here. So I'm just going to actually, I should have checked to make sure these are straighter. If you're ever buying wood in the future, you should really make sure that they're straight. I do have an extra one of these, but I think I'm just going to keep it for the countertop. That's the thing about working. I spend a lot of time just trying to find tools. Oh, here it is. I'm just gonna go ahead and actually finish up this top. I took Harbor Freight to get a saw, and I got the wrong blades, but I packaged it all up and I'm returning it because I found my dad's old Craftsman in the garage. The thing runs nice, and I was able to put a brand new blade on it. I was sitting right next to it, so I guess everything happens for a reason, eh? Freight to get a saw, and I got the wrong blades, but I packaged it all up and I'm gonna return it because I found my dad's old Craftsman in the garage. Thing runs nice, and I was able to put a brand new blade on it. I was sitting right next to it, so I guess everything happens for a reason, eh? And just to give you guys a quick budget breakdown, I spent on all this wood maybe $300 for all this wood, and it's not even finished yet. And I got a killer deal today on everything else, so I'm gonna be setting up my rug. And just to give you guys a quick budget breakdown, I've spent on all this wood maybe $300 for all this wood, and it's not even finished yet. And I got a killer deal today on everything else. So I'm gonna be setting up my rug, and you're gonna see a nice little transformation. And then I got a few more things coming, so hopefully by next week, my room will be finished, and you guys can get a full view So I gotta cut this wood now. If it wasn't snowing, I would take you guys out there and record it, but my battery will also die quick and stuff like that, and I'll kind of run out of storage. So I'm gonna go cut these, and then I'll cut back to you guys as I'm putting them up and then getting the other ones ready. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and measure these ones up because I can go ahead on the side right here. I can go ahead and get that out the way. So I can just go out there and cut them all at once. Oh, it's my pencil again. There it is. Alright, I got some more wood I also need to get, so I'm gonna go grab that, cut this, and then I'll get back with you guys when I'm putting everything back up. Alright, I got some more wood I also need to get, so I'm gonna go grab that, cut this, and then I'll get back with you guys when I'm putting everything back up. Alrighty guys, so I made all the cuts I needed to cut. As you can see, I already put the one up. I'm about to put the other one up, and I'll put the sides up, but I'll probably time lapse this because it might get kind of loud. Because I will be doing a lot of nailing. And I decided on hammering them, which takes a while, but it was worth it for $150 if you ask me. And it kind of just makes you feel more old school, more handy dandy. Completely didn't think about it. I put this top on, but that's fine. Just got one more cut to do. So you're just texting me. And again, I lost the pencil. There it is. Alright, coat back on. I'm gonna go make this cut, then I'll come back and hang it up. Alrighty, coat back on. I'm gonna go make this cut, then I'll come back in and hang it up. Just finished cutting that one. As you can see, that is warped as hell. So, hopefully the countertop will cover it when it goes over. Alright guys, well, I feel like so far it looks pretty damn good, if you ask me. Now, I'm going to move it all the way back. I was really concerned at first, because it was just a frame. It was really wobbly, but it's sturdy as hell right now, so I like that. And now, next I'm going to put some silicone on top, lay these bigger pieces on top. But I'm going to just put it back and figure out how I'm going to do it, and I got to make a cut for this one, because this one will go like this, so I need to do this one. Unless I do this, yeah. Is this going to cap it perfectly? And I'm wondering if I should have this match. I feel like it's in too much. It's going to work like that. That's why I want this a different way. Anyway, I'll do it. I just need to see how far out I want this. I think it's good. I feel like it's good right here. That's what I'm thinking right there. So, it's kind of hard to see here. Maybe I can see something like that. See where the top might be a bit. There you go. So I'm going to go ahead and put some glue on. Now I'm going to mess around with it and adjust how I like, and then nail it in place. Well, I got one side. Sorry, I was doing it. Didn't need to be over here. So I'll put this up again. So what I need to do is I need to shim this up just a little bit so it can be perfectly level. Alright. Alrighty guys, well, here's what the bar looks like. And then to show you guys on the inside what I did here, I added some more support right there and right there, just to keep this level, and this more support. So now it's all sturdy, this thing ain't going nowhere. Clamps right there to keep it all even. And I brought this carpet. As you can see, it's really dirty. Dude. Alrighty, I ran out of storage, but last thing you heard was my dog farting. That is the heater I got. I like the little wooden style. And I was saying, this carpet's really dirty, so I'm about to go get some carpet cleaner and stuff. But before I do that, I'm going to set up this, and I will set up a time lapse. If it cuts off randomly, it's because my camera died. And, or I ran out of storage. So I'm gonna time lapse that because that's gonna be going right here in front of my bed. So let me put right angle on this. It should be right about there. So I'm gonna start getting this set up. This is gonna take a while. I've recorded enough of this, so I'm gonna let you guys know I finish. Alright guys, this is gonna take a while. I've recorded enough of this, so I'm gonna let you guys know when I finish. Alrighty guys, well, last time you saw me, I was trying to put this together. It's 11 p.m. I put all this together a while ago, but now I'm about to show you everything else I did. But I need a second to relax because I have been busting my ass all day. I had just recently done this on the bed frame too as well. And real quick, one thing I did want to say to you guys is tomorrow I have 2 jobs scheduled for my glass business, one at 9 a.m. and one at 11, so I will be doing that just to kind of let you know what I got going on this week and keeping you guys updated on all my stuff. And then I got done with everything I wanted to do with my room today. I just need to actually go through and clean it, vacuum, sweep, things like that, clean this rug. And then, yeah, other than that, that's what I got going on tomorrow. So I'll be busy at 9 a.m. for one of those jobs, 1 p.m. for another job. And then I have got to go to, I'm helping my buddy Carter out later on with some pictures, even after that. And then after that, I'll be playing some chess and having him over. So, and then I gotta hit the gym and all that stuff. But yeah, it's pretty late now. I used up 2 SIM cards to record today's video with all the storage. Most of it was time-lapse anyways. Yeah, so today has been pretty productive. Ran around, got a ton of stuff, went to the gym, been working on setting all this stuff up. And yeah, I also took the phone call day to schedule and both of those jobs for tomorrow to measure. So it's been overall a productive day. I also read earlier at the coffee shop. What I think I was going to say earlier that I don't think I mentioned yet is that the reason why I stopped reading that other book or was willing to actually separate from that and start another one is because I am about 200 plus pages in on it. And that's because I read more than 10 pages a day, at least 10 pages a day with the 75 hard. But one thing that this has made me realize, this challenge, is that I actually really do enjoy reading, and that's something I'm going to continue to do always, just because I really enjoy doing that part of this challenge more than anything. And so I will continue to read. But anyways, back to what I was saying. The book 101 Ways by Brianna Wiest, 101 Ways to Change the Way You Think, most of the stuff was repetitive. The biggest takeaway I got from that book is that anything that you don't like about someone else is what you don't like about yourself. And anything you love about other people is what you love about yourself. And I do think that was helpful and beneficial, but a lot of that book is self-improvement, which I don't mind at all. But with self-improvement books, I often notice them being very repetitive, and also most of the stuff a lot of humans know, in my opinion. They just don't want to actually go through the work to execute it, or just kind of want to avoid thinking like that in general because it's too much brain power, or they know they're going to come with the cost of the truth, which they don't even want to acknowledge. So that's why I don't see much value out of these books, because I kind of feel like I know most of this stuff, but it definitely helped me open my eyes to a lot of different things, different metaphors, and kind of looking at things in particularly and more specifically. But this other book I'm reading, it was recommended to me by a friend. I think I did talk about this earlier. And so it's been super good. It's been having me hooked in. I've literally read like 100 pages in the past 2 days. So I think I'll even read a little bit more tonight if I end up having time. So it's just been amazing. That's why I've been doing that. And I know I'll finish this book and probably either go back to that book, excuse me, or do another book that he recommends me, because it's one of my good friends. So that's kind of what that goes as far as the future goes. 3 weeks in on the 75 hard, and the biggest reflection I want to say is that, like, I will say you definitely, what I mentioned earlier in my first one, is that you go through it. Even in the first week, I think the first week update, I even said, you go through it, and you know, there's times because you've gone so long to where you think it's okay to relax and not do it for a day. The biggest thing, the hardest part for me is definitely restraining from drinking and smoking, because my friends have been going out. My friend's birthday's next weekend, but I gotta stay disciplined and focused on not to do this. Eating the protein has also been a little hard, but I've been doing that every day, even if it means getting in a 50-gram protein shake at the end of the day. I'm just doing whatever it takes to make sure I get that protein going no matter what. And the gains have been showing with the results of that, so I'm happy as far as that goes. The biggest things I've realized that I'll continue to do after this challenge is reading and reaching my protein goal. I want to say I'll probably stop smoking nicotine, but I really do enjoy a cigarette, to be completely honest, especially if it means socializing with someone, having a good conversation, and just enjoying one with another person is really nice. But I might stop just because I've already would have gone so long, so I might as well just call it at that. We'll see how it goes, but now I'll go through and show you everything I got today and what I set up today. That's another thing on this challenge. If you're doing it, keep yourself busy. Keep yourself busy. Change your area, scenery. When you're refreshing, start new, so you can really get that mindset and stay laser focused during the challenge. And that's what I'm doing. It's easy for me to stay locked in, but I wanted to switch up my room, add some things, so now I have more of a routine so I can stay consistent for longer. Alright, I'll go ahead and show you guys everything in my room now. Okay, so that's where I do the editing and all my YouTube stuff. That's my light, my studio light. This is where I want to play chess with my friends and then lounge and drink some coffee. There's my bed. I set up a little basketball hoop there just to kind of get the vibes right. So it's kind of like that. And then I got the bar. It's kind of hard to see everything, but got the bed fully framed in. Here's the bar, came through with the mini fridge. This is the coffee machine that I just got. And then I got some coffee and the other accessories along with the stuff in the mini fridge. Had to load it up on drinks, glass bottles of water, sparkling water, and some milks. And yeah, so here's also another little section with my record player, my heater and stuff. So my goal with all that was pretty much to make my room a little comfortable, because now I can actually enjoy spending a lot of time in here and not like want to be out at the coffee shop. Now I can read my book here and enjoy it just as much, or now I can start taking the coffee instead of pre-workout. So just that's the main reasons, benefits why I did all this. It might seem small, but I feel like over time, you know, I've saved $50 a month on pre-workout by drinking coffee, because the coffee beans are way cheaper. So just like that. And then, you know, I made my space enjoyable. I got the bar seats, so now like if me and all my friends are here, we can all hang out and stuff. And yeah, so you know, now it's more enjoyable to be in for me, and that's kind of what was important to me. So now I can look forward every day, and you know, just makes your life like a little more grateful for the smaller things, because like now I can just wake up and be happy to, I mean, I've always woke up and be happy, but now I can take even more time out of my day to enjoy like simple things like making coffee or sitting down here in my own space and watching TV and reading or whatever it is. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got for you guys today. I think it was a longer video today, but it could just feel like that because I did a lot of time lapsing and setting stuff up. So yeah, 3 weeks in on the 75 hard, I've been going good. thank you guys, everybody who's been watching. If you've been watching, thank you guys. It means a lot to me. I'll keep doing this, and during this challenge, now that I got this challenge done, or once I get this challenge done, I'm gonna figure something out to keep the weekly videos going for you guys, even if it's just weekly updates on how my life is and what's going on and things like that. I'll keep it going for you guys because I definitely want to stay more consistent to posting videos, and I like the once a week format because I've been able to get you guys